think there's nothing like a happy student or a happy staff member. When you've got happy people, you know that they are contented and invariably well motivated. And I think that's something that we all strive towards.
When you want to motivate people, you have to have a vision, and you have to convey your philosophy, and also you need to evaluate fairly and give incentives. That's exactly what I apply.
From experience, every time you go into a lecture theatre, it's a bit nerve-wracking. You know, you're not quite sure where to sit, or especially if you don't really have friends in the course and you sort of just take your seat.
To look at myself as one of 600 students, you sort of feel like you're in the rat race. You just sort of feel like you're just another student in another school.
Altogether, there would be about 1,000 students coming in every year. First year students in particular are kind of a little bit reluctant to approach the lecturers because they're sat in a lecture hall where maybe there's 300 students. They see the lecturer as someone quite a lot older than them, and they're nervous about asking questions.
There's some gap in between lecturers and students. So who are filling the gap? Tutors. But why don't you use your tutors? The course I'm teaching, I have 600 students. And how many tutorials? How many workshops? Just for one course. I cannot attend to each one of them. But if you break down, we can provide tailored personal touch to each individual student.
Simon saw the importance of the role of the tutors, and he realized that that was where you lit the potential, in other words.
The reason why I came up with Unite Potential was that I like to see people improve themselves and promoting the idea of sharing knowledge and helping each other.
What Ignite Potential has done has really improved the quality and the commitment of the tutors we get.
Prior to Simon's arrival, we actually experienced problems with tutors in the school. Appointing tutors had been done very much on an ad hoc basis, with each lecturer fishing around to see which honours student or third year student might be appropriate to help with the tutoring in their course.
I created the environment. To create good environment, you have motto, clear goal, structure, team, and fair evaluation and incentive.
The whole recruiting and nurturing and fostering of the tutors has developed into a whole initiative on its own.
I've got friends who tutor for other subjects, and that's quite different from what I hear. The lecturers tend to, see them that first week, give them a bundle of notes in which they have to then, use for the rest of the trimester, and that's kind of it. One friend said that she had only ever been in contact with the lecturer through email, and they never got to know the other tutors, which I thought was really strange, because compared to what we do, we're like such a team.
I really like the amount of support, because without the support I don't know if I'd be able to do as well as I've been doing, or even be a tutor.
I came up with a structure. I created teams, 4 or 5 groups, and also I created head tutor position. Head tutors are experienced tutors. Each new tutor should be teamed with experienced tutor. Kind of mentoring system.
One of the things that I've taken really seriously in getting the role as head tutor is team dynamics and making sure that we're all working together. It's really important that we get those other tutors to feel comfortable and feel that they've got the support network and that they can turn to us.
Simon and I both have an open door policy, whereas any of our tutors can come in and they do feel comfortable doing that. We make sure that they feel comfortable doing that.
Finding good people from the beginning is really important. That's why our recruitment system is quite tough, because tough process, mentally, psychologically, they are prepared. And during the recruitment process, they become friends. They have to go through 2 stages. First is group interview. They are randomly grouped and they are given tasks. They have to come up with a solution and group presentation. As painter, we can pick up a lot of things. We can see who are the natural born leaders. I want to make sure that my tutors are sympathetic and able to deal with different age groups, also deal with gender issues and different cultural and language background. The second step, they need to come up with the 100-second presentation. They make the presentation in front of everyone, and I can see whether the person can do the public speaking. Then I identify good people and make sure that they are grouped quite well.
It was tough. It was very tough.
It was quite daunting, I think, in my first time, but I think the group interview is what I enjoyed the most, because it was when I actually got to get to know other people who applied for the job.
I don't know how many of us there was. There was quite a big group, and you had to see how good everyone else was. So we actually had an idea of the caliber, because there were some definitely really good presenters and just really good people in general.
If you are chosen, you have pride, and then you are few selected people. So that suddenly you become upgraded from just normal student to tutor.
It made me feel a bit better about myself. I know other jobs you don't know everyone else. You don't know if you're the only one that applied. Here it's very visible, the competition.
You know, you were able to, beat everyone else and get to that position. So it's quite a confidence booster, I'd say.
So that was the beginning of Ignite Potential, and the way Simon particularly saw using the tutors. It was igniting potential not only within the students, enhancing their understanding of the topics, but in fact also igniting the potential of the tutors themselves. So it's like a fire. It really is like a fire. You know how quickly fire spreads, and the sparks shoot, all over the show.
As long as you're in high spirits, you're going to always ignite their potential. You're always going to make them more interested about the subject. So it's not only igniting students' potential, but igniting your own as well.
There's the general need to keep those tutors together and keep them as a strong cohort, and it's actually the cohort spirit that is very important, the team spirit, the bonding.
I formed some of the best friendships that I had throughout all of my years of uni. You form a friendship and a bond that can't be broken.
It just feels like a bit more of a family, and when we're stuck we ask each other for help. So I guess the meetings contribute to that atmosphere, and then I guess it helps us perform better as tutors.
There's nothing more rewarding than seeing a student who didn't believe that they could pass, working with them throughout the trimester and seeing them pull in good grades, or even seeing them then go on to become a tutor, and to know that you've helped somebody else realise their potential and you've ignited that potential. Huge.
With people who are tutors, the performance generally improves, because when we recruit tutors, we don't always recruit the A+ students, because sometimes it's the personal skills as well. You can see that after they've been a tutor, generally their grades improve quite dramatically.
4 years ago and now, the application number is more than doubled.
Where previously we really had to struggle to find tutors, before you knew it there were 40 people lining up all wanting to be tutors, and it became a decidedly aspirational thing to do, and people like to be a tutor, and they saw it as a huge opportunity to put something on their CV.
Students are here in university not just about studying. They are preparing for their next step, might be getting a job. I mean, how many university students can have experience they have tutoring others, a student, and dealing with lecturer and course coordinator, sometimes head of school. If you are an employer, you have really A+ student but hasn't got a good working experience, I would go with who studied and tutored. Our tutors have a really good record. They were able to find dream job because of this experience.
The experience of becoming a tutor was huge. It was the sole reason I believe that I secured my job at Contact Energy at the moment.
Tutoring has helped me come out of my shell. I mean, ever since I was young, I've never really been outgoing. So it's definitely helped me grow as a person.
I've learned more about myself. I quite enjoy public speaking. I've started to think of like public relations and, you know, like working in communications and things like that.
My idea of the sky was very low before coming to information systems, and now I know that I can reach the moon.
The result has been huge. We've got a very good team of tutors. They get consistently good reviews in terms of their teaching.
Course evaluation reflected that our students are happy with the quality of course, especially tutors.
It's a decided pro, it's a decided benefit. Anybody would welcome it. So I would heartily recommend this to other universities, other academic institutions.
I believe Ignite Potential is not just helping students, but also helping tutors. Tutors are our students. And also it helps universities' main goal, which is to provide best learning experience to our students.